Okay, let's see if we can make this look nice. This will be an interesting one. We've done something similar just recently, except it was a magazine rather than this one's a calendar. So I'm wondering how big we're going to make it. Going to do something interesting with this particular calendar. Going to make it more, it's a bit boring as it is. So we're going to make it more lively and more interesting. Oh, it didn't beep on the last one. Yes, sometimes funny things happen to me with photocopiers. For some reason, things don't always happen normally. Let's see how we go with this. All right, let's see what we can get out of this piece. What do we got? We got here, it is Guitar Calendar 2019. It's another guitar-themed piece. I must admit, if you haven't seen me in my last guitar demo, I like synthesizers. I'm not into guitars. I'd rather most music to be without guitar. But I am partial to electric guitars, but acoustic ones I find terribly boring. The whole sound of it just sounds dull. It's just twang, twang, twang sort of sound. I do appreciate a little bit of the classical guitar, you know, some really good, I think Segovia played some really nice music. That's some of the stuff my dad used to like, and my dad tried to play the acoustic guitar. I do appreciate some of that. It's really hard to play that sort of music. It's really talented stuff. That looks interesting. Some ways I don't like the colour, but I do like the shape, so we're going to run with it, I do think, even if I don't like the colours. But basically, Segovia, I'm pretty sure I like some of his shit, you know, as far as guitar music goes. But I'm not a real big fan of guitars. As a general rule, I do find them typically boring, or at least the acoustic ones are. The electric guitar sounds good a lot of the time, but nothing beats synthesizer. If it's a bit, I don't mind electric guitar with the synthesizer. It does go well. With the two of them do go together really well. But I don't typically like acoustic guitar or just guitar, drums and vocals. Or even electric guitar on its own. I prefer to have a bit of synthesizer in it. Sorry folks, if you don't like synthesizers, don't worry, I won't crush you for it. But you probably think I'm fucking boring because I like synthesizers. So, oh dear, you gotta laugh, folks. You gotta laugh. But they're nice pictures, I must say. They are pretty pictures of guitars, I must admit. And the guitars are quite nicely crafted. They themselves can be works of art that actually do something, which is really nice. Now that looks a bit pale, looks a bit contrasty. I do like that emerald green bit. I'm wondering if we're going to leave it like that, we're just going to print it off, or maybe we're just going to stick with that. I'm actually going to pull it up. I think we're going to do something better with this. I'm wondering if we're going to... what are we going to do with this silly thing, honestly? We're going to do something... We're going to keep it there. We're going to take the contrast. We're going to leave the contrast in the middle. Copy density, we're going to lighten it up. We don't want it too light, otherwise we're going to blast out that really, it's going to be really faint. We don't want it to be wishy-washy, folks. So we're going to darken it. The contrast is going to stay in the middle. What else can we do to make this look better? So we're just going to see how that looks. See if we can make this look really nice. Even though I'm not into guitars, I still want this to look nice, to look interesting. Oh, that looks better. You can see You can see more of it there. You can even see some of the strobing effects of on the image. So that looks a lot richer. I don't like the way it's so pale, but that's just the guitar. That's just the way the guitar is. But at least we got a little bit of extra texture in the image. A lot more interesting than before. So I'm wondering if we're going to just keep it like that. So this is a guitar. Of course it's a fucking guitar. Sorry folks, I'm being stupid now. Oh, right. So let's see. I mean, even the synthesizer pop band called the Human League, they've been using guitars in a lot of their work. They're primarily a synthesizer band, but they do have guitars as well, and they have keytars, keyboards played like a guitar. With a keyboard that you hang off your shoulder like a guitar is called a keytar. 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 Rhymes with guitar, but it's keytar. It's basically a keyboard hanging off you like a guitar. It's called a keytar. Sorry, I'm not trying to be silly. It's true. It's called a keytar. And Pseudo Echo, another band, an Australian primarily synthesizer band. They also use drums. They use a lot of drums and guitars as well. They're not totally heavily, they're sort of synthesizer, but they got a lot of guitar and drums. So that's another example of a band I like that has a combination of synthesizers and guitars and often drums. So, I don't have to listen to just pure synth. I do like a bit of guitar in it as well. It does sound good and drums sound good, but on its own it's not my cup of tea, generally speaking. Sometimes I like certain bands that have a really good sound even without synthesizers, but most of the time I like synthesizers all the time in my music, or nearly all the time. And guitars just go nicely with it sometimes, like in the Human League or Pseudo Echo, whatever, just to name a couple. But anyway, that looks interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.